Okay, well, welcome Life Square Fitness, Dez, Lucas.
Hello.
Hello. So I suppose I wanted to obviously do a bit, combine two things. Kind of this is your life meets your business progression, how you started out in the industry, maybe how you came to develop Life Square Fitness, and maybe where you're looking to go. Going to get a bit of expertise from you. So I suppose going back quite a way now, I suppose we start to find out a bit about how you got into the industry as a personal trainer. So as a PT, what kind of maybe drove you into the industry, or was it a love for fitness? Was it expertise? You're already good as a sportsman? So Desi, you go first, ladies first.
Yes, I was never sporty, but I but I started training about 10 years ago because I was the overweight one. So I needed to do something. So when I was around 17, 18, I started training. Close family members got me into it, and fell in love with it from there, saw the results, and I started working for a major health company in the industry and did various roles there. And then, I fell in love with it. I wanted to help people just like I helped myself. And got my qualification and just started from there, really.
So a nice personal transformation that drove you into loving the industry.
Yeah, and I wanted to help people. So
on the journey as well.
On their journeys.
And Lucas, I know a bit of background about you already, obviously, with the sports, and we talk and stuff, but how did you get into PT, I suppose?
After school I went to uni to do sports science when I got my BSc in France. Then after that I had the opportunity I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I got the opportunity to start as a trainer in Dubai, in a hotel.
Could be worse.
Could be worse, yes. It was my first job as a trainer officially. I've trained people at football or my brother, but never really, it was never an official job. And I just fell in love with it, simply because, as I said to you before, it was the only job where I could not wear a suit and have a nap every day.
Have a nap in the afternoon.
I'm French, remember,
basically,
so I need a nap.
In the winter you're having like a siesta.
Exactly.
Nice.
So that was perfect for me. No, seriously, I fell in love with it because I could have an impact on people's life. And it clicked to me when my first client, after 3-4 months and losing, I can't remember, was 10, 15 kilos, something like that, said to me that I've changed his life. And I kind of like impressed me because I didn't know that make people feel better.
Quite
impact that life that much. I was quite impressed with that, and I just fell in love with it, and I never stopped.
Well, I mean, rewarding values, of course, which is great. I suppose a bit between the two. How was your training? How was your growth into becoming a trainer? Did you do private courses? Was it the case that you went through? Well, you've done a BSc, as you say, but Des, yours was?
I did my level 2, but I made sure I didn't want to do it just in that weekend, or my level 2 took me quite a while. I wanted to
there's quite a different variety of courses out there now.
So I did my level 2, then once I did all that, I went and did my level 3, but you don't stop there, do you, after you do your level 3, because it's very limited in the amount of you can learn. So then you just start
self-studying afterwards.
Like my nutrition, pre and postnatal, and just lots of other things.
Nice.
So.
Cool, and I suppose in terms of you in Dubai, obviously you studied in training, and then what was it did you look to go freelance after you kind of got into it? Did you want to go into the bigger gyms? How did it all plan out, if you like?
Well, I started in a gym as a employed trainer. Then, you kind of always get that feeling of, I want more, so you kind of go freelance, but we went into another gym within the industry that you can be self-employed, but you're still within that environment until you get to a point where you're like, actually, I can do this by myself. You're growing, you're reaching new people, so
and
you
how long were you at? How long? You can say the gym name if you want.
Right,
You say the gym.
I didn't know if I could.
No, it's fine. Okay. Because this is about your life, not about the inner workings of, should we say, said company, which is Virgin.
Well, it was Virgin for 5 years, doing various roles. And then when I became self-employed, we went to Fitness First, and we did about 6 months in Fitness First until we just completely took the plunge to go. No big gym behind you, just completely by yourself, you sourcing your clients from.
So you kind of sound like you had a bit of quite a transition or a different experience throughout the 5 years.
Yeah, it's quite scary to go self-employed, but you just have to go for it.
And what was the experience like for you, Lucas, in terms of like the setup?
It was a bit different because obviously I came from another country.
Yeah.
So I was as an immigrant, I wanted to start slowly, and also
You did.
when you're in a new place, a big city, a new country, you start a new career kind of thing, even though it's the same job. I found it easier just to start employed. Because it was more secure and I could focus literally just on the training aspect, which I think when you're a young trainer, which was my case still, it's good to baby step, start on the training aspect, and then later on, once you're ready, then go freelance.
Sure.
Otherwise, it's just too much.
So it felt like quite a lot of kind of steps involved to getting you to that point.
Yeah.
But it was more like after you built the confidence, possibly, you said, then you felt comfortable to go independent. I suppose what was probably quite pinnacle for a lot of trainers, what was the sort of, what was the stages like for you after that decision? I mean, there's a lot of sort of transitional things. We're going to go independent as a trainer. What was that period like for you? You've both done that together. So after Fitness First, should we say?
After Fitness First, yeah.
So what was that period like for you guys? Obviously,
actually, it kind of started within Fitness First.
Okay.
Because, again, you're self-employed, you've got to, worry about paying rent, and the rent isn't cheap.
Sure, precious.
And you're in an environment where, there's so many other trainers, we don't all charge the same. So it's a case of, oh my God, do I go on holiday at this time, or what do I do? It's so different from being employed to self-employed.
Yeah.
But I kind of needed those 6 months there. But then once I came out of Fitness First and here actually,
so
straight away,
acclimatising to a new structure.
You've kind of got into your rhythm, but it takes time. It's scary.
Well, I think the thing also is we realised after Fitness First that we are targeting people that don't like to go to big gyms. So we needed something a bit more exclusive and boutique, which is the case here. Because our niche, at least, and I think in 80% of the time, personal trainer do deal with people that don't like big corporate gym.
So you found it was motivating for you because you're in a big gym to find the freelance opportunity when it came up.
And also on top of that, in a big commercial gym, it's a fixed rent, it's a fixed cost, which means because it's a business that can be up and down, having the flexibility of managing expenses and having a lower rent when you're not as busy and a higher rent, it works better for us. And I think it works better for any businesses that want to sustain in that kind of services. And the last thing was the fact that because Fitness First was a big company, they didn't care about us.
Sure, felt like it wasn't a cog in the wheel.
They don't care.
Yeah, just another number.
It's so big that if it's not you, they hire someone else. They sell you a dream at the beginning, but the truth is they charge you £1,000 a month.
I think a lot of trainers are probably aware of that sort of the churn rate in the industry. It seems to have got definitely more since we've been in it. I think even 5-6 years ago, it felt like there was quite a lot of career freshness to PT, and now it's a competitive environment. We do see the churn rate speed up, so it's interesting you say that. I suppose a little bit around the time when you left, I suppose skill-wise, because it's quite important for trainers, I think, particularly any ones who are new, what sort of things did you find you needed to develop, or things that developed quite fast once you left Fitness First? Because obviously a lot of people will find out about PT Workspace and stuff, and spaces that rent flexibly, and that was a good system for your finance. What other skills would you say? Because there's a lot of marketing. Sales, lead generation. So marketing for you was a big area that you realised you switched on straight away on. And what sort of stuff did you focus your time on as a business, if you like? We'll say a business now because you are becoming one at this point.
The most important for us, due to the fact that because it's a smaller place, without a member base, you need to find a way to get people in.
Generating leads,
leads. You need a sell funnels.
You need a funnel to get people through.
That's the most important thing. The rest, you can learn by experience, you can learn by training. There's CPD courses that you can do if you want to. But the key thing is when you're completely freelance.
Good website.
It's a good website.
So digital is actually an area.
Digital,
I
exactly.
think, so I know from experience talking to you, obviously being here, that you have quite a good handle on your website understanding.
Try to,
Was this an area that when you left and you went independent, that once you set your brand up, Life Square Fitness, that you instantly recognised you needed a platform to engage with people?
Yeah.
And what did you do when did you go and create your website yourself, or was
No.
You got professionals in for that?
No, because the thing that I've learned is that you can't do everything yourself.
Can't do everything yourself. Good point. Yeah. Sure.
And if you're not good at something, like recognise if you're not your weak and strong points, and focus on your strong points. And if you've got a weak area, ask for help. So try to get people in. So that's why we've got people to do the website.
On top of that, I think as a business owner, sooner or later you're gonna have to delegate.
Yeah.
Sure.
If you get busy. So he has to learn that process of delegating to the right people, the right things to do, and focus on what people come to see us for, which is training.
Sure. So in terms of like the website structure, you found it comfortable going next with finding someone with skill sets like that.
Yeah.
And what do you do for sort of generating content? Any ideas for trainers who are looking to, I suppose, engage with their content? I mean, I know you've got an Instagram which you do more stuff on recently.
Yeah.
But were you doing like AdWords, any marketing, sales stuff before? Have you tried that?
We tried.
Not everyone finds it successful. That's why I wanted to ask. So you found it difficult?
Well, we trialled it a few months. Like some months trialled it, other months we didn't. We're kind of not doing it at the minute.
I would say that the best thing to do for young trainers is to try one thing at a time and see what works.
Yeah, I think probably you might say different people have different skill sets in terms of where their marketing might be beneficial. If you're good at, if you love social media promotion, it might be something that suits your marketing campaign better than if you have a strong professional portfolio of maybe you've got a website which is far more structured.
I think that whatever you do, the most important thing is that it's measurable and that you can see if there's any return on investment. The Google Ads was, we liked it, we wanted to try it because it was flexible, because you only pay when people click, and because we can measure it, see if it worked, if people...
You're using analytics and stuff,
exactly,
isn't it? Yeah.
As long as you can measure things, then you can make decisions better. And it's the same with training someone, to be fair. That's why we assess a client and we record that data as much as we can. Because the more data you have on your business, on your client, the more...
So definitely the take home you say is try to become a bit accountable to your marketing and sales as well. Be thoughtful about what you're returning investment.
Exactly.
I know a lot of people spend a lot of money on, so it's a really good point I think for trainers particularly to think of. I suppose if you had to kind of nail it down, what skill set would you go back and spend more time on learning? There's a nice, interesting question. Because you're now a business owner, you're not a trainer. What would you say to a trainer starting out now who would like to learn something that's going to benefit their business if they're going freelance?
Me personally is the marketing and the digital side of that, because when I first started, clueless. I'm still not where I would say he's much more knowledgeable in it than I am, but it's learn kind of what you need to do to advertise yourself. Like we didn't do Instagram for a while and we're starting to do it now because it's free marketing, like post on there. And the more you post, the more it recognises that your website is an active website as well. So it works on
reinforces
Google
the marketing,
and reinforces it. And I didn't have a clue about that. So it's kind of learning on the go.
I think we all start, me included, we all start out with the PT, the fitness. You learn that base knowledge, and then when you become a business owner, which Life Square Fitness now is your business and you're growing, you have to learn new skills. So it's quite interesting. What would you say, Lucas? Is it similar? The marketing stuff was quite a big area. You said delegation was an important point. Learning when to accept you don't have a skill set.
Delegate, because
find people you can match with, I guess.
Make a business plan.
Yeah, make a business plan. Solid points.
Because obviously some of the money that you make is going to need to be reinvested. So know where you're going to reinvest it, why. That's on the business side. And on the training side, I would say that the most important thing is that we master the basics. So I know it's quite fancy in London to jump on
all of the
courses, by this coach or that coach or that company. As long as you master the basics in anatomy, biomechanics,
basics are the best,
and stuff like that, and you can help people, the client, especially with mobility, move better, because at least with the niche that we have, that's what they need. You find we've all seen trainers that try to do fancy type of training and try to be.
You don't necessarily have to be pretentious for the sake
master
of it.
The basics. If you master the basics,
yeah.
And if you can assess people,
yeah,
and if you can demonstrate a progress,
you win
plan for life.
Perfect. Well, I think that's a really nice summary. I think actually a lot of interesting points we discussed, particularly about obviously the marketing and sales and your structure. Yeah. I'm trying to think any take home points for in regards to, I suppose, your business. Where are things going? Where are you going to start focusing your time? Not that I want to steal any ideas.
No.
We're happy to share.
I think we want to really work on the philosophy that we have as a business, and we want to send that message that is proper to us, have that brand identity.
Start building the brand values and stuff.
Exactly, brand awareness, brand value, and found that sales funnels that works, because we've tried a few things. We haven't found the right thing that works for us yet, so it can take a long time.
Still learning, ever
learning, always learning,
ever learning, which is the truth.
And the next step is will be to hire someone, another trainer, to train him.
Well, there you go. For anyone watching, potential. And I suppose last up, because this is a good community outreach. There you go. There's job opportunities as well.
Send the CV.
Where can we find you? So
www.livesquarefitness.com.
Got it right. Yes. Instagram handles as well.
She knows the
Instagram. Facebook, I guess, as well comes with it.
Facebook,
all of it. Handles
Google
out.
Plus.
And that's it, guys. Anyway, so thank you so much for coming in. A great brand information to any trainers coming out. So, hopefully we'll do it again soon as well.
Yeah.
Sure we will.
Thanks for having us.